Hey everybody, this is John Fuller here, Global Director and Certified Optavia Coach. Super excited to take a few minutes to talk to you today about the health assessment. This is a super powerful tool in your tool belt for helping people along this journey to health. And so I just wanted to take a couple of minutes, share some of my tips with you and things to help you out. I know you're going to be loving on this PowerPoint because that is not one of my strengths, but the information is important, and so hopefully you'll have a good time with this. I'm definitely hoping to be able to share a few things with you. So before you hop on your call, I want to make sure that you go through and really think about the situation that you're in. So take a minute for what I call the pre-call protocol. Take a minute, gather your thoughts, slow down, get things ready, get a pen, paper, find yourself a spot that you're not going to be bothered by everything else that's going on around you. Ask yourself this question: what can I do to help the person, serve the person, understand the person on the other end of the phone? So really think about that, right? As you're going through this process, okay? You're gathering your thoughts, you go, okay, how can I help this person? What do they need from me? How can I understand them better? And, slow down, take some deep breaths, close your eyes, think about some things you're grateful for, really kind of get in that moment and prepare yourself to help that other person on the other end of the phone. I'm going to say it like this too. When you're on a health assessment, the health assessment is not for you to grow your business. The health assessment is to help understand that person that you're talking with so that you can make sure that they get the support and help that they need from you. Big thing for me, I would even encourage putting this up somewhere, wherever you're talking, is the word help. Our goal as health and wellness coaches, Optavia coaches, transformational coaches, whatever you want to call yourself, we are here to help other people. We are here to help them get the best experience they can have and really transform their lives for the better. I mean, as a coach, I think about how much my life has changed, not just physically from the program itself, but also emotionally, spiritually, financially, so many blessings. And so when you prepare to hop on this health assessment, really understand that we want to find out what they need and how we can best help them. So what happens? Okay, boom, I've got a health assessment. What am I going to do? Well, let's first of all find that simple systems checklist. You're going to scroll down there and you're going to say, right there's the health assessment. Click on that link right there. Boom, away you go. You've got that. And it pulls up the health assessment. This is a beautiful document that Optavia has put together for us. If you follow through this 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to take you through a process of asking questions and really connecting with somebody to help them reach their goals faster. And so it's a beautiful tool and resource. Fill this out for every single person that you talk with. This is going to be a huge asset for you. Now, the third page that comes along with this is something that has been compiled and Amber put together, and we're grateful for her for putting it together. But there's a couple of very important questions that are on this portion of it. This is the third page in there that helps you explain the 4 components, some powerful questions for making sure that people are getting the help that they need. And if you look back on this, it's going to talk about their medications. It's going to talk about understanding what their current habits are. It's going to, most importantly, is section number 1, understanding what it is that got them on the phone with you in the first place. Okay? So the elements of the health assessment, it's pretty simple. The intro is the beginning. Find out why they're on the phone with you. Find out what's going on in their lives. Ask lots of questions. If you share your story, make sure that it's relatable and short. Believe it or not, it's not your story that's going to help somebody do the program. Your story allows them to see that it's possible, but let's go create their story. And that's what we want to do, is create their story. So make sure it is relatable and make sure it's short. So if they're interested in the health element, let's talk about that. If they're interested in the financial side, let's talk about that. If they're interested in the mindset side, let's talk about that in your story, but keep it short, okay? When we are asking questions, we have to understand this point. What is the purpose in asking the questions that we ask? The purpose is because we have to get something going on inside of them that they're willing to step out of their current situation, right? So I say it right here. The pain to stay has to be greater than the pain to change. If their pain to change is greater than their pain to stay, they're going to stay. Does this make sense? So if their pain to make that shift is greater than the pain of change, they're going to shift, they're going to change, they're going to move. And as, you know, transformational coaches, people that are helping people transform their lives, that's what we get to do. We get to ask the questions, the tough questions, and listen and be empathetic so that we can connect with people and help them move from point A to point B. Okay. Now, when we get through asking a lot of the questions that are on there, you're going to ask about, why you're talking, and you're going to find out some of their daily habits and routines. You're going to find out about their medication. This question is so powerful. This is a question I ask every single person before I explain how the program works. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how serious are you about making changes with your health today? Look, I say the word today because I want to know. I want to know where they're at in this moment. If someone is lower than an 8, I typically won't work with them because I don't feel that they're ready yet. And so I'll even let them know that. I'll say, if they say that they're on 1 through a 7, I'll say to them, all right, Susie B, I just don't know if this is going to be for you at this time. And I stop, and I don't close the book on them. I stop for a second. I hesitate. And then I say to them, I might ask something like this: what is it that's keeping you from being an 8, 9, or a 10? And they might say to me, I'm not that serious. I'm really not. I'm just kind of curious. Or they might say, you know what? I've tried so many things and they just haven't worked. And so I make sure that they mentally separate those two. And I say to them, okay, let's forget about all the things you've tried in the past. You've tried those. They're gone. They're done. How serious are you about getting healthy? Not how serious about how to get there. We're not talking about the how yet. We're talking about how serious are you about getting healthy, and give them a chance to change to an 8, 9, or 10. And if they do, then I'll progress through the process of the health assessment. If they're not, if they're just kind of, if they're a 6 and they say they're a 6, I might quick hit bullet points, but I'm not really going to go through the rest of the process very much because they're not ready for it. And as a coach, your time is valuable. And if they see that you're serious about it and that you take it serious, then they'll too be like, oh, wow, okay, this is cool. There's something really cool about this. Okay, so there are 4 parts of the program that you're going to be explaining. I actually messed up on that, but okay, we're going to roll 1 and 2 into each other. We talk about the support. It's on that 3rd page of the document that was put together. We talk about the coach, okay? We talk about the education element. We talk about how our fuelings and our eating is super simple to get people to their goals. So those are the 4 parts. Here's the secret for me, I think. Keep it simple. All the time, just keep it simple. You're going to overload them with information anyway. No matter how much information you give there, that's a lot of information. Of course, answer questions. Of course, give pertinent details, but don't feel like you have to spend 5 hours on the phone with somebody during a health assessment, okay? Health assessments for me are typically 20 to 30 minutes. After you've gone through those elements, you want to make sure that you give them an invitation to join, okay? I've seen this happen with a lot of people. They'll go through, they'll explain everything, it's all great, and then they say, okay, well, get back to me, let me know. Look, we need to invite people. People are waiting for an invitation. People don't come to a party they're not invited to. So let's make sure that we invite them. And this is the invitation that I use. Do you have any questions for me before we get you started? I'm expecting them that they already want to do it. I'm excited for them. And I'll even tell people that. I'm so excited that you're going to be able to start feeling better. And I go back and talk about the points that they shared with me, the things that they're excited about. And I let them know that I'm excited for them in accomplishing those things. And so I say to them, do you have any questions for me before we get you started? I'm assuming that they already want to do it. And this will lead to a lot higher success as far as how many clients you're able to help with the health assessment. It starts with the foundation for success for the client that you're talking to. So just seriously, make sure that you offer that invitation. Make sure that you're asking them their seriousness, and just connect with people. Okay, when you go through and ask questions for people, make sure that they understand that it's about them. It's not about you. Connect with people. Okay, so hopefully this has been helpful for you. I'm just going to take a minute and stop the share, but hopefully this has been helpful for you. I love helping people through the health assessment. The health assessment, like I said, is one of the most powerful tools that we have. So utilize this tool and resource to help more people, and let's go get America and the world healthy, as Dr. A always says.